Tilstra's first name? The assistant coach?
Oh, no. I can find it real quick.
Watching our backs, never turn away when the odds are stacked. Built for survival, meant for the title. Rise from the trenches and conquer the rivals. You can see the fire burning in our eyes. I can taste the greatness, this is our time. We could be heroes, we could be champions, be the last ones left standing. We could be soldiers, we could be fighters, the underdog slaying the giants. Go down in history, make the world never forget us. We could be legends. We could be legends. We could be legends. Erase all the fear, blood, sweat, and tears. When destiny calls, you don't disappear. Years from now, they talk about how we stood our ground and never back down. We could be heroes, we could be champions, be the last ones left standing. We could be soldiers, we could be fighters, the underdog slaying the giants. Go down in history, make the world never forget us. We could be legends. We could be legends. We could be legends. You can see the fire.
Senator Grimes, dream fulfilled. Mustangs, they are your Class 3A champions.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy. We shutting it, it's west. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
And a good afternoon and welcome to Mustang Stadium. John McDermott alongside Eric Connor bringing you DCG boys high school soccer for the second straight day. Last night DCG with a victory over Spencer, a 3-0 victory over Spencer, and it was Denison-Schleswig going down to Norwalk. They basically trade places today, but Norwalk a 3-0 win last night at Warrior Stadium in Norwalk over today's opponent, the Denison-Schleswig Monarchs. And we'll give you the starters real quick as we get set for the opening kick. And we'll start with the home Mustangs. And head coach Colin Lane, he's assisted by Caleb Tilstra and Michael Krause. In goal today will be Jaden Mendias. Other starters, Miles Hoover, Hudson Heigurken, Zach Bruck, Jacob Hope, Landon Anderson, Drake Riznicki, Colin Modernak, Almin Islamovic, Braxton Baker, and the center midfielder Mateo Zalota. And for head coach Nate Desi and his assistants Reyes Velasquez and Phil Weeman, the starters, and starting with the goalkeeper Sebastian Contreras, the senior goalkeeper for the Monarchs. The other starters Brian Cordero, Isai Marquez, Wilson Riffin, and senior Richard Gonzalez, Carlos Zamago, Michael Hernandez, Osvan Diaz, and the other 3 starters, Kevin Sanchez, Anselmo Marquez, and Jose Leyva, the senior midfielder, rounds out the starting 11 for the Denison-Schleswig Monarchs. DCG, a couple consecutive 3-0 victories. Des Moines Christian on Thursday night. Last night it was Spencer. Now today, Denison-Schleswig. So trying to build a little momentum as they get closer to the kind of getting into the heart of the conference play.
Yeah, really trying to find their footing. And today's game's going to be a little bit different because I think that back third for DCG will be challenged. Looks like the Monarchs like to put up a lot of goals this year. You can say competition-wise, but they have scored a lot. They have put the ball in the net. So I really look forward to see what that back third can do today for DCG.
Yeah, they had an 11-goal game against Red Oak. I believe they had 9 against Creston. So a lot of goals scored, like you said, for Denison-Schleswig. DCG not as much, but maybe you could argue a little bit stiffer competition from start till now of the season. And we'll take a quick pause here as the public address announcer is introducing the national anthem. We'll have the anthem, and then we'll have the opening kick here as Denison-Schleswig in town to take on the Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. All right, ready for the opening kick here. Once again, John McDermott alongside Eric Connor, Mustang Stadium here in Grimes, Iowa. Little Sunday afternoon matinee soccer action, and set for the
Don't
kickoff.
get me on Sunday already here. Right?
Oh, is it? Did I say Sunday?
Don't skip out my weekend.
Missed church today.
I tell
Saturday afternoon.
It will be interesting with the wind. We got a big south wind here. I mean, this is
a little. That's when you said it's going to be a little different today. I thought maybe you're going weather-wise because from a temperature standpoint, pretty similar. Actually, maybe even a little warmer than yesterday with the 2 o'clock start. But you got that southern breeze, and it's the flags are going pretty much straight out. It's a 15-mile-an-hour, if not better, wind coming out of the south. So certainly will be a factor. We're used to seeing windy conditions at this field.
Yes.
Got lucky last night, a very calm night.
It really was. Last night was an odd evening for this field, but today we're back to normal.
Yep, back to normal. And it's going to be DCG in the home whites and Denison-Schleswig wearing the road dark-colored uniforms. And it's going to be Denison-Schleswig to start things off. And we're underway here at Mustang Stadium. Monarchs going to work it to the back line. Starting off with 4 defenders across the back. Trying to play a little bit of possession. Good exchange there through the middle as they build to the midfield. A lot of 1- and 2-touch soccer, which we didn't see a ton of last night from either team. DCG able to win it in the midfield and back for Landon Anderson.
Yeah, I'd say so far the Monarchs very methodical in their setup.
Back for Mendias, second straight start for Mendias after Adel Islamovich was in goal against Des Moines Christian. There's Bruck tried to take it down the near side, able to win it back though. Now it's Hoover. He has it poked away, and it's going to be a DCG throw-in.
I thought Miles Hoover played really well in the middle last night as well.
Yeah, really disruptive. Good job distributing. This ball played back to Anderson. Now Anderson looking to make the switch. Sends a really good long ball. Wow, how about that ball for Modernock? See if he can get to it. He does. Crosses it, and nobody home. Zalata trying to get there, but it's taken away by the Monarchs.
The wind might have had a little factor in that ball too, because it is blowing right to left here.
Absolutely. Pretty much straight out of the south. Monarchs rather with possession. DCG able to win it back. Baker, his pass deflected, but Riznicki stays on it. Now Modernock has it on his right foot, far sideline. Modernock, a nice little shift there, and he's going to play a long ball for Bruck. Bruck on the opposite side of the penalty area. Cuts it back to his left foot. Now Bruck trying to swing one in on a cross, but he ran out of real estate.
Nice move. Just, yeah, like you said, just kind of got caught out of bounds there. But I tell you, I'd look for Bruck to have a game today. He's due.
Yeah, he's hit the post a couple times this season and sailed a couple over the crossbar. But, yeah, he's a kid that knows how to put the ball in the net. So hopefully today's the day. Hoover over for Hope. Hope has it poked away but maintains possession. Now Hope through the center of the field finds Zalota. Now it's Bruck. Bruck keeps it. Bruck tried to pull a little bit of a Maradona there, but had it poked away by one of the center backs for the Monarchs. DCG will maintain possession with a throw-in.
Yeah, pretty good defense there. Just keep him in front.
The numbers on the back of the jerseys, not easy to see in the sunlight here for the Monarchs.
Yeah, I was debating if I should wear my sunglasses or not.
Mateo plays it back for Hope. Hope's going to send it to the middle. Modernock has it still inside the penalty area. Modernock now beats the defender, but it was deflected. No, it's a goal kick. Ball just got away from Colin a little bit. And I think you're seeing that wind already being a factor.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think it just kind of got away from him.
Monarchs have it on the far side. 3 white jerseys surrounding the ball. Back for the center back. And now he's going to try and switch the field here to the near side. Ball poked away, and it's going to be Bruck to run it down here on the near side. Bruck with some space is going to turn. Little hesitation move. Bruck now playing down line for Heigurken. Hudson's going to have his first touch. Heigurken sends a ball in. On the foot of Modernock. Modernock with the left, and it just trickles in. Modernock picks up the first goal for the Mustangs, his 5th goal of the season as he retakes the goal-scoring lead away from Heigurken.
Yeah, they just kind of go back and forth, don't they? And I think actually Hudson was the one who got it to him. So just
if one scores, it's usually assisted by the other.
Yeah.
They both came into this game with the same number of total points, I believe, at 10.
I mean, it's just a beautiful look across there by Heigurken, and like you said, Modernock just finished it off. Good to get on the board early.
Well, he put it in. Heigurken just kind of put it into that 6-yard area, dangerous spot, and no one better than Modernock in terms of just being able to find a way to put the ball into the net in those tight spaces.
Just has a knack, doesn't he?
Just a junior, too, so Mustang fans will enjoy one more year with Colin after this year. Ball played to the middle of the field. That's Cordero on the ball, number 2, that holding midfielder. Back for Marquez. Now down the far side, they try and build an attack. Into their offensive area go the Monarchs.
Man, good luck seeing a number that far on that side.
Yeah. We'll try as the game goes on to get a little more familiar with who's who out there. We've got Hernandez as the right back on our side of the field. Here's the throw in for Denison. Anderson just kind of sends it away. Wind carries that back towards midfield. Hernandez going to play a ball forward. No one making the run there.
I mean, look how far Almeida just
kicked
that ball.
Just launched the ball. Monarchs get back, but here's Modernock waiting for reinforcements, finds Zalota. Mateo's going to play it out wide. Riznicki just kind of sends one towards the middle, and that one knocked away by Hernandez. Kept in bounds. That's Zamago. Zamago trying to get it back on the near side. He's able to win it back from Hope. That one deflected. Now Mateo Zalota. Ball given away at midfield. And that's going to be a foul there on Hoover, I believe, as a little grab from behind. Trying to get a number. Is that number 10 that was fouled there on the play?
I believe it was, yeah.
Or is that number 10 near side?
That's 11 over here.
Apologies, the numbers are difficult.
I mean, I can see him on the sideline, so that's But when he gets out there, it is tough to see. 26 is here with the ball.
Yeah, that's Jose Leyva. He'll take the free kick for the Monarchs here as they trail 1-0. Modernock found the goal, put the ball in the net at about the 3-minute mark gone by in the first half here. Just under 7 minutes played so far. Leyva sends it in. The wind kind of holds that one up. Baker, though, going to clear it out, but it's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in.
Yeah, it might take a little while for these guys to get used to that wind and how it affects the ball.
And just as you kind of get used to it, you switch sides and go the other way.
Yeah.
Monarchs keep possession. Poked away there by Hoover.
Whoa, what a play by Miles.
Hoover active early. Monarchs keep it in bounds. No, the flag was raised, and it'll be a throw for DCG.
Yeah, Hoover really stepped in there and made the defensive stop.
So throw in for Zlamovic wearing the captain's armband. Can't miss him. 6'6" center back for DCG. Riznicki plays it off for Baker. Baker looks to play long. Heigerken a little heavy on the first touch. Oh, well done there. Now into the penalty area comes the Monarchs. That one poked away by Hope, and they're going to say goal kick. That was Carlos Zamago. Fast feet for Zamago. He looks to be relatively dangerous with the ball on his foot. Junior midfielder. Here's Mendias. Distributes out wide to the far side. Modernock plays down line. Heigerken couldn't possess. And the Monarchs win it back.
I mean, to your point, Zamago does have 3 goals on the season, so he's somebody you want to watch.
Here's Zamago trying to get by Hope. Hope dispossesses. Now it's Bruck back for Hope. Hope's going to send it for Islamovic to the center. Almin looking to play long. Modernock's onside, but that ball's just going to run away from him with that wind. Great idea.
Yeah.
And Colin was in behind that left back on the far side, but still in an onside position as the other 3 defenders had drifted back.
Yeah, I love the idea from Almin. Just, again, that wind.
Tough to hang a ball up with the wind blowing 20 miles an hour at your back.
Right.
That'll be a great ball in the second half. Here's Zamago. Plays it with the left foot forward. Gonzalez and Zamago not on the same page there. Anderson calmly over to his center mate. Now Islamovic back to Anderson. Landon's going to play one forward. He just kind of tries to drop one in, but that's going to go all the way back for the goalkeeper, Contreras. Sebastian Contreras, the senior goalkeeper for the Monarchs. He'll pick it up.
That's the kind of hair I wanted in high school right there.
You still want that hair.
Yeah, every day. Any would be good.
Here's Riffin, center back, sophomore for Denison. Now Zamago stuck at midfield there by Riznicki. Zamago, though, keeps possession. Monarchs building back the other way. Nice little one-touch pass to the midfield. Good exchange here so far for the Monarchs as they rebuild the attack. Hernandez keeps it on his foot now. A little mishandle there. There's a little grab from behind and a foul whistled on the senior Richard Gonzalez.
Yeah, that Zamago's really quick with feet.
Yeah.
I mean, that little poke and get through. He's He is a good player.
Looks like at the next dead ball or the next whistle, Santiago Bernal will check in, the freshman, number 9 for Denison. There's a ball played forward, but nobody home for DCG is Hernandez. Lays it off for Gonzalez. Gonzalez now in the middle. Well, the Monarchs have had some decent possession at times, but again, similar to Spencer, having a hard time kind of connecting in that final third.
Oh, you're absolutely right. They look like they have quite a bit of possession. They just can't do anything when they get down there.
DCG doing a nice job building through the middle here. Here's Zalota. Cuts it back to his left foot. Outside for Bruck. Bruck nears the penalty area. Bruck's going to rip a shot, and that's going to be knocked down and saved by Contreras.
Good save by Contreras, and I do like the shot by Bruck, though.
Contreras really hugging that near post. I thought maybe Bruck was going to go far post there, but regardless, a good save by the senior goalkeeper. Nice little layoff, and that pass going to be a little too heavy and out of bounds for a Mustang throw. Jacob Hope, 6'2", left back for the Mustangs. Speed and size across the back line for DCG. That's going to be their strength all year.
You are not kidding. I mean, their back third is so good. Big.
Well, the 4 across the back, all high-level players. And that could have been a handball. They're going to play on. This ball sent in for Heigerk, and that's off his right foot. Now back to the Monarchs. Leyva won it back for Denison. Now Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it back near side. Looking to play a ball long, but Hope right there to read it.
It's a great job by Hope.
Islamovic is going to play it back for Mendias, get him involved.
I think he might be a little bit more challenged today. We didn't see a lot of balls on goal from Spencer last night, but I'm betting today he gets a little more action.
Some pressure coming there. Mendias able to step away. And this ball is going to be cleared out by Anderson. Heigerk trying to win it in the midfield, and they say a foul on Denison. So it'll be a free kick, and they'll play quickly. I like that.
Yeah.
With Modernock having space. Here's Colin. Modernock into the penalty area. Crosses it. And a tap-in goal.
that come off the...
I couldn't tell if that hit the crossbar.
Yeah. I think it hit the post, came back, bounced off him, and went in.
But Bruck finally gets on the board. You called it. It's his day to shine. And I don't know if the initial ball went in and hit the bracing.
Yeah, we're going to get a look at the replay.
Yeah, I think our producer, Mike Bynum's going to set us up with a replay here.
I think it did. I think it went off the post and then bounced off him and went back in.
Well, just for good measure, he put it in again.
Yeah. Said he didn't have one. He wanted 2 right there.
So 2 goals now for the Mustangs. They lead it 2-0. Just about 14 minutes played here. So a good fast start here for DCG. Baker gets into the offensive area. And Baker tackled from behind. And that's going to be a foul. Baker goes to ground.
Pretty good sportsmanship there. He came and made sure that Baker was good. Like to see that.
So now you're going to have a free kick here. And it's looks like it's going to be Braxton Baker to take it. The player that was fouled. Islamovic gets up there forward, as does Anderson. Hope will stand at midfield as the sole defender. Hoover and Zalota kind of hovering in the midfield. Ball played in, pinballing around a little bit. Modernock, nice little touch over to Bruck. Now Bruck's going to send it in with the left foot, and that's going to be deflected out of bounds there by Wilson Riffin, the center back. And it's going to be a corner kick.
Modernock just wins those little battles and gets Bruck the ball.
Oh, and just that quick little touch to the outside where it looks like he's not going to win the ball, but he does.
It's amazing. Quick feet.
So a corner upcoming. Mateo Zalata will take it. About half the time I say Zalota and half the time I say Zalata. This ball is dangerously close, almost an Olympico. And the ball hit the crossbar of the field goal post after the deflection by the senior keeper, Contreras.
I mean, that was a great corner.
That was going in.
It was.
That was a great save by Contreras to get up and get a hand on it. I don't think you see much different here. Mateo probably going to give it a go again. Lofts this one up. Curlin. Oh, beautiful header. Modernock got a head on it, but a little high over the crossbar, and that'll be a goal kick for Denison.
I mean, 2 great corners from Mateo there, giving DCG opportunities to score.
Aiden Lara Garcia, the sophomore right back, checks in, and he'll replace Miguel Hernandez. Here's a goal kick, and it just hits a wall. Comes straight down. Hoover able to win it, but they're going to give it right back. Now Denison playing through the middle. Anderson steps in. Heigerken, good first touch, but he's not going to quite get there. And that ball's going to die over there on the far sideline.
Nice poke by Hoover.
Yeah, kept it alive, but Denison ultimately wins possession. Hope defending Zamago. Now through the middle they go. Gonzalez with it. Plays it off for Leyva. Heigerken trying to win it back in midfield. Now Denison getting a defensive player forward, but they're going to give it away as Hope. It's been really good to get in those passing lanes.
Yeah, Hope is one of those sneaky guys too. Just kind of wherever the ball is, finds it. Ooh, yeah.
That's that might be, if it's not a talking to, it could be a yellow.
Yeah, he's going to talk, yeah.
As a card comes out.
Oh.
It was kind of a reckless tackle,
Yeah, it
I
was.
thought.
Yeah.
Thankfully, no harm done. So Gonzalez will come right back in. Miguel Hernandez will come right back in.
Sets the ball and it just starts rolling from the wind.
Yeah, that shows you
Yeah.
the wind gusts here, easily over 20 miles an hour today. So it was number 6, Aiden Lara Garcia. Hadn't been in very long. Oh, Heigerken got a touch on it.
Wow.
But
It's good hustle from him. Actually even get a foot on the ball.
Contreras right there. And goal kick errantly off the right foot of Contreras out of bounds, so DCG will go quick with the throw. Modernock dispossessed on the far side.
There's that wind. It
Ball
just
played up
holds
near
it.
midfield, and Hope just kind of hits it up high. Baker's going to step in there and try to win it. Denison comes out of it with the ball. There's Hoover playing it off for Modernock. Modernock just bodies the defender off the ball. Modernock keeps it into the penalty area, crosses it in. Nobody home, but DCG's going to win it back out near the top of the 18. And Hoover has it poked away. It's going to be a drop ball, I believe. The center official, it was deflected off the center official, so he's going to drop it for the center back. And it'll be Denison possession.
So far the Monarchs are pretty decent in the middle. They just can't quite get that attack going.
Yeah, DCG's gotten kind of starting to play a high line and kind of like last night, kind of compressing that midfield.
Mm-hmm. And they're so good at it.
Not a lot of room to operate for these guys. Islamovic, a little shoulder-to-shoulder action, and that's 6'6" against 5'8".
Yeah. It makes it look a lot worse than it actually was.
To me, that was a good tackle, shoulder-to-shoulder, but a foul given.
He's going to get a lot of those where it's actually a good play.
Well, not only is he 6'6", he's 6'6" and very sturdy. Here's Anderson heading the free kick away.
That's what I'm going to start using for me, sturdy.
Well, he's put together.
No doubt about that.
Baker comes up, battling for the ball. Baker, again, taken to ground. they'll play on a little bit of an advantage here for DCG. Now Modernach plays it off for Zalota. And that ball's just going to roll out of bounds. The wind just kept it going. Substitution coming here for Denison. Anselmo Marquez checks in. Yeah, 4 games in 4 days here for Denison.
That's a lot. I mean, even in high school, as much as you want to play all the time, that is a lot. And they've scored 20 goals this year, so
19 of them coming in 2 games. And it's going to be an offside violation there. Bruck came back from an offside position to have the first touch, so Denison will take the free kick.
You know, those 20 goals, it surprises me. Only 13. They only have 13 corner kicks on the year. That's a stat, isn't it?
Yeah. That's not a lot for the amount of games that they've played. Hoover battling. And that's going to be a foul and we might have a yellow.
Oh, boy. Yep.
So Hoover takes the yellow.
I was talking to Jason. He goes, yeah, Miles will probably lead the team in yellows this year. Plays aggressive.
Well, that's what you need out of your 6.
Yep.
Leo Riznicki checks in. Hoover's going to get a little break. Coach Tilstra offering some words of wisdom there. So free kick coming. Sent in near the top of the 18, headed away. And Zalota sends it out wide for Brock. Denison had quite a few players committed forward, but
they did.
They did a nice job tracking back. But there's a really good ball there by Mateo into the penalty area. Bruck trying to run onto it, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds, cleared away there by Denison, and that's going to be a throw-in.
Yeah, Bruck wants that one back. Just got a little too much on that one and got away from him. I think he was looking for Hudson in the middle.
So Riznicki will throw it in here for DCG. Younger brother of Drake. Here comes the Monarchs back the other way. And wow, bodies hitting the ground everywhere here.
A little aggressive on a Saturday afternoon.
It's going to be looks like a foul whistled on the other side. Modernach whistle for the foul.
We had about 4 guys go down on that one play.
Yeah. This ball headed forward. Riznicki tracks it down. Riznicki now into the penalty area it goes. And a shot on goal, and what a save there by Mendias. And that's going to be a penalty.
Yep.
So Denison draws the foul after the Mendias save.
I mean, Mendias tracked that one down. Great save. Just couldn't clear it out. And
so big chance here for Denison, the Monarchs, to get on the board. Scoreless last night in Norwalk, but a penalty upcoming. Can we get a number on the guy taking the...
I'm wondering if it's 16. Is it Diaz?
Osvan Diaz, the sophomore. He's their leading goal scorer, so that would make a lot of sense. I think you're right. We've got binoculars. Maybe we should bust those out. As Diaz, we believe, readies for the penalty, and he just puts it into the bottom right corner. And the Monarchs on the board.
Yeah, perfect spot, perfect placement.
Of course, I put the binoculars on backwards.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Trying to get a number here. Still waiting for him to turn around.
When you don't clear it, you know, sometimes bad things happen there, and the Monarchs took full advantage, got that penalty, and he just put it home.
It was Osvan Diaz. Goal number 8 on the season for Diaz.
Wow, that's impressive.
Got to be one of the top goal scorers in 3A.
Yeah, absolutely.
Modernach circles back towards the sideline. Has it knocked away. And here come the Monarchs, trying to get the equalizer, trailing 2-1. First goal was Colin Modernock. Second goal, Zach Bruck. A little newfound life here for the Monarchs.
I was just going to say that. Their bench is up and hollering, and they're moving out there.
Here comes Gonzalez trying to work around the defender, and there's a slide tackle there by Hope. And they're going to whistle a foul. Jacob had moved into that defensive midfield spot, the 6 area, once Riznicki came in.
I don't see
Gonzalez looks like he was shaken up a little
Zach
bit
Gonzalez,
on that
yeah.
slide tackle by Hope. Takes a little longer to get up from those fouls after he played 4 straight days.
a little sore, some bruises, some bumps.
So it'll be a free kick taken here on the far side, about 45 yards out from goal. See if they can drive one into this stiff wind. 16 and change left to play here in the first half. This ball high, sailing to the top of the 18, headed by one of the Mustang players, and out of bounds.
They're calling this.
Well, they're going to say it's a throw for Denison.
Wow. A lot of contact there, too, but play on.
So Gonzalez throws it back in. Now Gonzalez is going to send it central. Ball ran down on the far side. Monarchs play it back in. Anderson with a foot on it. Now Riznicki has it taken away. Anderson with another header away. And Zalota. Now it's Hope. Back for Mateo. Now Modernock running onto it. Modernock kind of slows it down a little bit. Lays it off for Heigirken. Heigirken cuts it back towards the middle. Now finds Hope. Jacob's going to switch it over here for Riznicki. Riznicki plays it central, and that's going to be off a Monarch central defender, and that's going to be a corner for DCG.
Thought the defense there for DCG after the goal was pretty good. Not rattled, still being in solid position.
Well, Denison's got it forward here a little bit more.
Yeah, they've settled in big time. I mean, they started off shaky, but they have come alive.
DCG felt like they just kind of relaxed a little bit after that second goal. Here's a ball played in. Now Hope puts it up in the air. Bruck's going to try and keep it in bounds, but can't. So it's a goal kick. Quickly taken. And this ball sent forward. Mendias way out of his net.
Oh, boy.
And Anderson tracking back. Denison trying to draw a foul, but nothing doing there. And
yeah, really good
the
job.
ball
by
just got
Anderson.
kind of hung up by the wind, so
Yeah.
Mendias had to come way farther than I think he originally anticipated. Here's Bruck making a run. Not a bad idea there, but again, the ball just kind of carries, and it's picked up by Contreras.
Yeah, Almeen and Anderson both played really well after Mendias kind of got caught out of position. That ball just, it's a different day. I mean, normally he probably doesn't get in that spot.
Heigirken able to win it back. Riznicki dispossessed in the midfield. Back for the center back, Marquez. That pass taken away by Mateo. Now Baker's going to look long for Zach Bruck. Bruck's going to get a chest on it, but then headed away and out of bounds by Hernandez.
See what the attack is here for DCG.
Well, poked away from Zalota. He's able to win it back, though, but his pass taken by Hernandez.
Nice pass.
Hernandez going to get forward here from his right back spot. And that ball deflected away, and Hope sends it wide. But again, Taken away there by Zamago, rather. Well, right now, Denison getting to a lot more of those 50-50 balls. Got a little pep in their step after scoring that penalty.
Yes, they do. I mean, they are owning the middle right now.
And Diaz has it on his foot, just kind of patiently waiting. Plays it for Anderson. Anderson just kind of inviting pressure. He's just content to stand there with it. Now Leo Riznicki back for Anderson. The Monarchs just kind of content to let DCG possess. There's a real nice long ball played in, and that's Colin Modernock racing towards it. Contreras opts to go back to goal. Here's Modernock, 1v1. Modernock gets it on the left foot, lays it off. Bruck couldn't quite step in and get the shot off. Ball played back. Baker's going to send one in. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Like you said, in the second half, that's probably going to be a perfect kick. First half, it just goes out.
Well, Brian Cordero going to get back on the field here for Denison.
Love getting Modernock in space, though. He just does so many good things. Just missed the connection there with Bruck.
Here's the goal kick by Contreras. Knocked down by Riznicki. Anderson's going to play it long again, but this one's going to sail again out of bounds. They're certainly trying to get the ball to Modernock.
Yes,
up
they
at the
are.
top of the formation there on the far side.
I love the idea. Just like I said, with this south wind, it just pushes it way far.
So you've got Modernock's flanking both sides of the offensive attack now as Carson Modernock checks in. He'll be on the near side here. And we're going to have a foul called on Richard Gonzalez. A little jersey tug there on Hope.
Tell you, the keeper for the Monarchs, Contreras, he can really boot that ball, even into the wind. I mean, it's I know there's a time or two it gets held up, but it's kind of impressive. Gets it way out there.
And the center official comes over to have a quick chat with DCG's head coach, Colin Lane. And we'll get back underway here with the free kick for DCG. Anderson's going to just send it into the middle. Tough ball to handle, but Denison able to head it away. Now cleared out of the penalty area. Little contact from behind, and not intentional contact. He tried to kind of lay up, but it knocked Riznicki to the turf.
One of the oops.
So that's a dangerous spot here with the wind.
I didn't get a number for the Monarchs, but that header to get it out was really a nice play.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to judge a ball in this wind is very difficult. So it'll be Braxton Baker, rather. Combined his first and last name.
Well, you know.
Be interesting to see.
New nickname for him.
He's just going to try and feather one in here. Easier said than done with the wind. Anderson's going to make the run. Headed back. Bruck sends it forward. Shot coming. Modernock got the shot off. It was Carson, but it was knocked down. Baker. Laid off by Modernock. Now Zalota. Zalota's going to have it taken away. Well done there by Bruck to get in the way and then calmly plays back for Mendias.
Yeah, really smart play there.
Mendias plays it outside for Hope. And that's going to be out of bounds. Sort of an unforced error there by the left back. Modernock sends it up near the midfield for Mateo. But again, Denison winning those balls in the air.
Yeah, those 50-50 balls, like you said, I mean, the Monarchs are just owning it.
Zalota going to get to it, keep it in. Now looks to swing it towards the middle. That's going to sail over the head, and Modernock in an onside position over there, and it's going to just let it roll out for a corner.
Yeah, I thought Mateo did a nice job trying to get it across that time. Saw Modernock. And all the Monarchs really could do is just try and get it out.
Well, and again, the left back for Denison trying to head that away, and it just
it's like you said, it's so hard
misjudged.
to judge.
It just carries a little farther than you would originally anticipate. So Contreras stands in goal. Zalota sends one in. But Denison first to it. Here's Bruck. Sends it towards the middle. Ball kind of pinballing around. Tons of players in there. Sent out wide. Zalota. It's Carson Modernock. And he gets a touch on it and a goal. Carson Modernock. Says Colin's not the only one that puts the ball on the net.
Yeah, he's got to get his name on the board as well, so he can at dinner time around the dinner table say, "I got one."
Yeah, 1-1, bro.
I mean, it really was though. It looked like a nice pass from Mateo, just to get it in there.
Well, it wasn't cleared out initially, and then it was just kind of pinging around there. Carson Modernock with his first varsity goal for the Mustangs. Threw his hands in the air in jubilation.
I got one. I'm sure he's been hearing about it for a week now, right? Big brother.
So 6 goals in the Modernock household now. 5 for Colin and 1 for Carson. Well done there by Hope. Riznicki tried to play it deep for Modernock on the far side, but we've said it about 10 times here in the first half. The ball just carries.
Yeah, going that way, it just...
It'll be interesting in the second half because a lot of those balls will be playable balls in the second half. They're just going to hang in the air.
And I really like the idea to try and get it outside like that. That's had a lot of success.
That one mishit there in the midfield, but Diaz able to win it back. Diaz stays on the ball, but I think it was Anderson there sending that one away.
Yeah, you can see the talent Diaz has. No wonder he has 8 goals. I mean, it's impressive.
They've got a nice trio there in the midfield with Gonzalez, Richard Gonzalez, Carlos Amago, and Osvan Diaz. Nice trio making things happen. Oh, that ball nearly got away and a foul called. A little bump from behind. So this also pretty dangerous territory.
I'd say about the same spot the last one was.
But now you've got that. You got right-footed kicker. I'd rather take it from this side with that right foot with the wind behind you. And Denison going to have to step off 10, even though they're only about 7 yards away from the ball if you look at the markings on the football field. Here's Mateo's free kick. Just floats one in there. That's headed out of the penalty area. And that's going to be a throw-in off of Modernock.
Yeah, pretty good D right there by the Monarchs. No danger.
I'm trying to keep them in here if I'm DCG. That ball's errantly kicked out of bounds, so it'll be a throw for the Mustangs. And another substitution here for DCG. Stevie Velez. Or Stevinsky, if you want to go with the full name.
There we go.
Affectionately known as Stevie.
I mean, if my name was Stevinsky, I think I'd be going by that. That's pretty cool.
Here's Bruck. Oh, beautiful ball. Here's Heigerken. Heigerken with the finish on the right foot and a 4-1 lead for DCG.
I think
they're going to say offside.
Yeah,
There's no way.
Yeah, I saw
Was
the
he
flag.
off?
I saw the flag come up right away.
I'd like to see that again. Well, that's a bummer. Heigerken trying to tie Modernock for the goal lead again.
It's a beautiful score. Just
great through ball, too. Just threaded the needle through the defense. Here's Mateo. Nice.
Oh, there we go, Mateo.
And some contact from behind, and it's going to be a foul called. So DCG will maintain possession here. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the first half. 3-1, DCG leading it. Anderson sends one in. Shot coming and ripped there by Colin Modernock, but well over the crossbar.
That is way gone.
Yeah, that might be in Granger by now.
I mean, again, I like the idea. Just with this wind, you get it up in the air and it is going to go.
And that's going to sail out of bounds. Contreras' goal kick. Played in for Villegas. And that ball's going to be sent away, but Anderson controls it. Now it's Islamovic. Plays back for Mendias, the keeper. Jaden will take a touch. Now Jaden is going to send it forward. High Gherkin. Not going to waste the energy knowing he's not going to get to it as it
seen a few of those.
Sails out.
That's a big time conserve energy. Again, all these games in a row.
And not a ton of substitutions either. I mean, we saw some subbing in the Des Moines Christian game and last night, more than we saw against Johnston and Norwalk. Here's Modernock, good through ball. Bruck takes a touch. Bruck has a shot, and just above the crossbar, out of bounds for a goal kick.
Wow, what a
good exchange.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bruck with a nice first touch, and then looking for his second goal of the first half.
He has been active today.
Yep. And again, Contreras' goal kicks just sailing out of bounds. So Hope will throw it in here for DCG. Zalota makes a little run down near the penalty area. And Zalota using the body to shield the defender. Oh, a little heel pass. Modernock dispossessed there by Riffin. And it's going to be Anderson running this one down and playing it back for Mendias. Jaden quickly back the other way. Modernock deflected it, but out of bounds. So a throw in here for Denison with a minute 16 to go. And that ball sent away, but it's going to be a foul. They're going to come back and call the foul on DCG.
Well, a little argument going on, too, down there.
Not sure what the argument is.
I know. They got the call, right? Interesting.
And after the whistle, kicked the ball away, so, you know, kind of wasting some time. But still plenty of time to build an attack here in the final minute. Clock running at 47 seconds. Just a little quick touch to get it back going. Islamovic gets a head on it and then cleared out of there by Heigergen. Villegas tries to run it down. Villegas able to get a foot on it. Now here comes DCG back the other way. And that ball headed away by the center back. Now Baker steps in front of that one and sends it back to Contreras. 15 seconds to play in the half. I think Denison's going to be content to let these final 10 seconds run off.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Both teams start walking towards their benches. And that'll be the end of the first half. Pretty event-filled first half here with the wind and the long balls and 4 goals total, 3 for DCG, 1 for Denison-Schleswig. And that's your halftime score. Mustangs 3, Monarchs 1. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll kick off the second half here in about 10 minutes. Thanks for tuning in to DCG Boys High School Soccer here on the DCG Activities YouTube page. We'll be back here in a few minutes to get back to the second half. Right now at the half, 3-1, Mustangs lead the Monarchs.
blood, sweat, and tears. When destiny calls, you don't disappear. Years from now, they'll talk about how we stood our ground and never back down. We could be heroes, we could be champions, be the last ones left standing. We could be soldiers, we could be fighters, the underdog slaying the giants. Go down in history, make the world never forget us. We could be legends. We could be legends. We could be legends. You can see the fire burning in our eyes. I can taste the greatness, this is our time. We could be heroes, we could be champions, be the last ones left standing. We could be soldiers, we could be fighters, the underdog slaying the giants. Go down in history, make the world never forget us. We could be legends. We could be legends. We could be legends. We could be legends.
It doesn't matter where you are in life. If you don't feel blessed, you won't be blessed. You gotta know your worth before you can be worth anything.
All the days when not a thing went right, all the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm a warrior, I'm blessed because I can't fight. When failure tried to take my mind, I wouldn't let failure take my life. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up, I'm blessed because I can't fight. Broken in pain, lonely, battered and bruised, always the same day. Nothing new or unusual, seems like nothing changes, always the same rules. No matter how bad it gets, I refuse to lose. No matter how bad it gets, I'll keep on moving. No matter how bad it gets, I can still choose to keep fighting up, to keep trying up, to keep grinding up, keep rising up. I just got to that point where enough was enough. I can't keep complaining, sitting and waiting for luck. I have to stop asking why me and start looking inside. Push through the pain and tell my story on the other side. Had to renew my mind and start fighting. I won't lie, it was frightening, but I survived. That choice got me to where I am today. If you think things always went my way, listen close to what I gotta say. All the days when not a thing went right, all the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm a warrior, I'm blessed because I can't fight. When life try to take my mind, I won't let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up, I'm blessed because I got. They never got to see all the sleepless nights, all the sacrifices, the choice between heat and eating or having lights. All the knockdowns, knockbacks and failed tries. They don't see the wounds and scars cause they're internalized. They think I'm blessed and think that everything went right. They just see the end result and think I'm alright because I always smile. But they ain't seen the grind. I work so hard that overtime is just normal time. When you lose it all and then still lose again, it builds a different kind of fight inside. It builds a different kind of drive, different kind of fight, different kind of fire, different kind of desire, a different kind of light. But I'm blessed because I've got fight. I wasn't handing nothing. The callus on my hand shows you I ain't bluffing. I'm like the time, you can't stop me for nothing. It's a marathon and I just keep on running. All the days when not a thing went right, all the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm a warrior, I'm blessed because I can't fight. When life try to take my mind, I won't let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up, I'm blessed because I can't fight.
That's my blessing. Not that I was handed my dreams, but that I had enough fight in me, that I had enough belief in me to go after my dream, that I had the courage to keep going, to push through the pain, to rise through the darkness, and to tell my story on the other side. My story. my blessed door. All the days when not a thing went right, all the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm a warrior, I'm blessed because I can't fight when life try to take my mind. I won't let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up, I'm blessed because I can't fight.
Welcome back live here at Mustang Stadium. John McDermott alongside Eric Connor. Halftime here as DCG taking on the Denison-Schleswig Monarchs. And DCG with a halftime lead 3-1. Had goals by both Modernoks, Carson and Colin Modernok, junior and freshman. Colin the junior, obviously Carson the freshman. And then in the middle of those two goals, it was a Zach Bruck goal as he gets his first of the season. So those are your 3 goals for DCG. And it was Osvan Diaz scoring on the penalty kick for Denison, and that puts us at our 3-1 halftime score. And I think the story of the first half might have been the wind, Eric. It was, affecting play. You can certainly say that, but it'll be interesting to see as the teams switch how that affects how each team maybe tries to build their attack.
Yeah, typically you would say with the wind is better, but I think DCG might actually be better, like we were talking about, against the wind with that long shot long pass to the outside, and it just kept going sailing over their heads. But I really thought DCG played well start off. I mean, got out 2-goal lead, maybe laxed a little bit, and the Monarchs pressed and got that penalty kick, and then DCG buckled back in and said, all right, and scored another one and almost had one more, just offsides down there. But it'll be interesting to see with this win, like you said. It is definitely playing a factor.
Yeah, I think, like we said, both teams have played a lot of minutes here in the last week. 4 games in 4 days for Denison. Their head coach talked to him and got the starters before the game. And Nate Dessy said, these guys are still figuring some things out, getting into like mid-season form from a conditioning standpoint. 4 games in 4 days will certainly help that. And DCG, a couple little dings or injuries. I know Pudens has been out with the groin injury here for the last couple of games, and Hoover's kind of nursing a little bit of a sore foot. But
Hoover's played well today on it as well. He's fighting through it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm looking. I don't see Hoover coming out to start the second half.
Is he gonna?
I think he's sitting on the bench. We'll see if he plays at all in the second half. But with a 2-goal lead, might be a good opportunity to
rest it up,
get some guys some minutes. Looks like Carson Modernok's going to start the second half in place of Miles Hoover. He's got his warm-up top on, looking pretty relaxed on the bench.
Yes, he is.
So
just kick back and relax.
I don't know if we'll see him. He does have his cleats on still, so we'll see if Miles is able to return here in the second half. Or, DCG gets a goal early. I don't think we'll see him the rest of the way.
I would say be cautious because, again, the Monarchs, they can score. So the second you get relaxed, they'll put a few in.
Well, and really not a first half where you could score from any kind of distance really either. But with the Monarchs coming and, maybe look for some shots maybe outside the 18 here, testing Mendias a little bit.
He's got to stay alert.
Jaden, first-team All-State goalie from a year ago, made his commitment to the University of Wisconsin River Falls in the offseason. So he'll be heading up north to play his collegiate soccer.
That's excellent. It's good. Good keeper, big time. Controls everything on the back end as well.
Well, and plays well with his feet. He distributes well. Mendias takes a touch here. He's going to send it wide, but
same problem that Contreras had in the first half, right?
Yep, and you already see it. Denison's kind of pushing up here and trying to take advantage of that wind. into the penalty area and just knocked away there by Anderson. DCG will reset, but a corner kick early here for the Monarchs.
This is one of those rare corner kicks for them. Again, they're only 13, so let's do the 14th on the year for them. That's not a lot.
So Leyva will take the corner. See if Denison can find the back of the net early and get back to a 1-goal deficit. A couple players hit the turf. Ball's just kind of rolling around near the front of the net. Finally out of the penalty area. And the ball's going to be touched and then out of bounds, so it'll be a throw for DCG.
Yeah, Almin hit the deck on that one, and I was a little worried, but we were able to get it out of there.
So Baker to throw it in. Able to get it upfield to Riznicki. Monarchs with it on the near side. Baker sends it away, but out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in. Kevin Sanchez will throw in here for the Monarchs. Looks down line. Baker gets in the way of that one. Now Zalota up top for Heigerken. Hudson trying to run onto it, but one away there by Riffin. Touched up into the air and towards Denison's goal, but battle in there, and the ball's still in bounds.
You keep that in?
It's never gone out. And I think finally we're going to have a whistle.
Well, Coach Rakin sees that box out. He's going to be calling him too. That was, I mean, talk about boxing out, shielding.
Well, they called a foul. Well, and a quick throw taken by the Monarchs. So I thought maybe it was going to be a foul on Denison, but Denison's going to be awarded a corner here after the ball was deflected out.
They are definitely pressing here with the wind. I mean, it's DCG's on their heels a little bit.
So here comes the corner. High into the air, and I think we're going to have a foul somewhere in the middle. So it'll be a free kick here for DCG. That was a quick foul whistle.
Yeah, I think Almin, and I can't get the number on the Monarchs player, but they got tangled up.
So Mendias sets the ball down and touches it over for Islamovic.
They might have been riffing on that foul.
Now it's Anderson. Anderson plays it out wide. Hope takes a touch. And Hope, working through a couple defenders, went to turf. Now Anderson's going to turn around. He's got space. Anderson plays it forward. Zalota with it. Now turns back towards midfield. Zalota. And a lot of bodying.
Yeah.
But DCG awarded a free kick right at midfield.
I think it's taken DCG a little bit to get used to going into the wind here.
Ball played back for Landon Anderson. Anderson to the middle for Zach Brock. Baker now. Nice job sidestepping the defender. Baker into the middle. Bruck trying to run onto it, but couldn't get there. Now here comes Denison the other way. Ball played forward, but Baker tracking back, and he'll shield the offensive player for a DCG throw.
Speed and hustle right there.
Well, it was the freshman Santiago Bernal trying to get to it. Baker outran him. And that ball, that throw in blows out of bounds.
Just amazing. That wind just, wow.
And here comes Denison. Back the other way with Diaz. Diaz marked by two defenders. Anderson's going to send it away. Riznicki plays off for Zalota. Now they'll switch it for Carson Modernock, but that one knocked out of bounds, so DCG will have the throw.
So Anderson's been a little quiet. Hasn't had to do a ton, but right there he did. He played that ball really well. Got it out.
Up into the air, but Hope chests it down off the head of Riznicki now. Zalota will settle it. Plays it out wide for Modernock. And Carson's pass going to drift out of bounds off the left foot. So the Monarchs have a throw in. Just over 5 minutes played here in the second half.
definitely see the AR flags today when they put them up. You don't miss those.
That ball last touched by Riffin, so it'll be a throw here for DCG. Hope will come up and take it for the Mustangs. And that one cleared out of bounds, so Hope will step forward about 20 yards and take another throw.
Let's keep advancing.
DCG with that 2-goal lead, looking for goal number 4 here. Monarchs trying to build back through the middle. Islamovich tracking back, and he'll play it off for his keeper, Jaden Mendias. Mendias sends it long, but
that wind just takes it.
Yep. And we're going to have a substitution early here. Brian Cordero is going to come on.
Checking in for the Monarchs, number 2, Brian Cordero.
Coming off was Marquez.
So far this second half, the field's been tilted. And it's been, oh, there's a shot.
And there's one of those long shots
Yeah.
we kind of anticipated. Diaz sends one high, and it's going to be a goal kick.
But they've been on the attack for the entire second half, really.
Shot by number 16, Osman Diaz.
Islamovich plays it off for Baker. Baker sends it central. Wind knocks that one down. Cordero goes to the far side. Ball sent up top for Higurkin. Higurkin now for Zalota. Zalota with a nice move. Plays it out to the outside for Carson Modernock. Now it's going to be a shot taken just wide. Bruck just about snuck one past Contreras on the far post. Snuck up there from that 6th position and ripped a shot, and I think we're going to have a deflection.
Great shot under the wind by number 6, Zach Bruck.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Contreras touched it with the fingertips. Certainly too far away for me to tell whether he nicked that ball or not, but that was a rip there.
It was a rip.
Kept it low into the wind.
That's key. Just keep it out of the wind. I mean, he didn't miss that by much.
No, that was maybe a foot wide, if that. And if it was touched, probably would have even been closer. Here's Zalota's free kick. Ball headed into the penalty area. Pinballs around, and Baker's going to run it down. Baker down the sideline. Ball sent in. Anderson tried to cross it in, but it was deflected. Now here comes Diaz. Diaz had it poked away, but he keeps possession. Now sends it out wide for Zamago. Zamago has his pass deflected, but to the foot of Diaz. Nice job by Landon Anderson to get in there and head it away.
Great play.
And now it's DCG the other way. Advantage played here. And that ball sent high into the air. Modernock trying to run onto it, but now it's Higurkin. Plays Modernock. Collin racing to it. Collin now 1v1 with the defender. Collin keeps it, but last to touch it out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, pretty good defense there by the Monarchs. Anytime you get Modernock one-on-one, you get if you're the other team, you get a little nervous, but he held his ground.
So Contreras will take the goal kick. Just about 10 minutes played here in the second half. Still a 3-1 lead here for DCG.
I'm interested to see where this kick goes.
A low liner out to midfield. First touch by Brock, but the Monarchs with possession now. Bernal back to the middle for Diaz. Nice job by Zalota. Wins it back, now sent forward. Higurkin just didn't get a touch on it.
Just missed it a little bit.
Islamovich wins it for DCG. Now to Modernock. Higurkin played it between two teammates out of bounds. I think he thought Modernock was going to make a run down the side.
Yeah, I think you're right. He was just looking for him and just missed him.
Chested down by Hope. And they're going to keep playing. That should have been a handball.
Yeah.
Well, Jacob Hope, while on the ground, I think touched it with his forearm. And Hope is all the way forward in the formation. Zamago has it knocked away by Anderson, and it'll be a Monarch throw.
I feel like the last couple minutes, DCG has kind of evened the field here a little bit, just kind of taking a little bit more control.
Well, Richard Gonzalez going to get a talking to. Center official, I think, has heard enough.
Yep.
Judging by the hand motions.
That's the universal signal of enough is enough.
And we're going to have a yellow card. You could sense that coming.
Yeah.
This one's going to be dished out for Osvan Diaz, so he'll have to. Did he get a yellow or no?
No, I think he just told him to enough is enough.
He started reaching into the pocket, but he decided to just have a chat instead.
Oh, Diaz is still talking too, so.
That one deflected by Anderson out of bounds. Both teams kind of lost focus here a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of talking going on. I mean, and they did miss the handball, and I understand that's what the Monarch players are saying. So, but at some point you just have to let it go.
Well, Victor Menendez checks into the ball game. I think that's the first time we've seen Menendez today. He's a sophomore. So Zamago to throw in here for the Monarchs. Took a lot of time to make that throw.
Yeah.
And here's Diaz trying to get a shot off. This time it's taken away. Modernach's going to send it up front for Heigerken. Heigerken tried to get by Riffin, but Riffin takes it away.
You know, Riffin's a big boy as well.
Yeah. Here's a ball by Zamago. Headed down. And a ricochet shot off the foot of Diaz. Should be a goal kick here for DCG.
Diaz, you can see the talent there. I mean, that's why he scored 8 goals this year. He sniffs that that net. He is dangerous.
Anselmo Marquez checks in. Coming off the field is Velasco. Or no, check that. Cordero comes off. Heigerken trying to get to it. That wind is just wreaking havoc.
Yeah.
Here's Diaz. Trying to get a shot off. Diaz does take the shot, and Diaz able to get 2 hands on it to send it wide, but I think the directive has been given for Diaz. You get it anywhere near the top of the 18, I want a shot.
I mean, that looked so good, and Diaz just went in there and saved it, but wow, what a strike.
It was kind of swinging in and looked like it might catch the inside of the far post if Mendias doesn't make the save. Short corner taken. Zamago. And he goes to ground trying to draw the penalty. And the AR raises the flag.
What are they going to do here?
Oh, and they're going to give the penalty. Well, the contact occurred inside the penalty area. I think DCG fortunate to not be giving up their second penalty kick of the game.
I think you're right. That looked like it was further in, so catch a break.
Still a dangerous spot, though, for a left-footed strike here. So the ball basically sitting right on the penalty border. Mendias readies.
Watch the battle between Almin and Riffin down low, too.
Ball poked away. They tried to get a little creative there. No, ball's kind of pinballing back and forth inside the penalty area. Now sent back out wide. Diaz trying to keep it in, able to do so. And Baker clears it.
Yeah, you can see the talent Diaz has. I said it about 5 times, but it shows.
So it was offside called from the far side of AR.
I missed that.
Yeah, as did I. I heard Coach Tilstra talking to the center official, able to get his attention. So here's a ball played forward for Modernach. Modernach just sends it forward, but Heigerken had moved off the spot. Now it's Baker. And the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Monarchs.
Smart decision there for a quick throw.
Zalota tries to clear it, but into that wind, and We've got another foul. It's going to be a free kick here for DCG.
Mateo just laying on. A good sportsmanship, though, again.
So Jacob Hope's going to send it wide for Modernock. And a contact from behind, so Modernock draws the foul. A lot of whistles, a lot of choppy play here the last few minutes.
Yeah, no rhythm at all with all the fouls.
Islamovich with it, back for Anderson. Anderson will play it back for Mendias. Anderson finds Riznicki in the middle. Back for Hope. Hope's going to send it forward for Heigerken. Heigerken gets a touch, but Riffin again takes it away.
Yeah, Riffin's played really well defensively in the middle there.
That ball's going to sail all the way down. And it's going to be a throw.
Wow.
That's
that wind
one.
is that southeast? It seems like it's kind of switched. It was southwest earlier, isn't it? So it's kind of blowing the ball towards the press box here.
Well, Miles Hoover's going to check in. Hoover checked in and he got Colin Modernock a break. I think the intention maybe was to take Carson Modernock off instead of Colin Modernock. That ball's going to sail off the foot of Zalota out of bounds, so it'll be another Monarch throw.
Can't just say last names on there. Go get Modernock.
Yeah, which one, Coach? Riznicki gets a foot on it. Zalota sends it away. Now Bruck with an early touch. Mateo wins it back. And Mateo's pass picked off there by a Monarch central midfielder. And they'll reset back to Mendias.
Look at that thing just stop.
And kind of mishit there, too, by Jaden.
Gets up in the air and it just going nowhere.
Well done there by Hoover. Gets in there to win it. Now it's Carson Modernock. Back for Carson on the far side. Bruck making a run. Bruck's in onside position. Bruck tries to beat the defender, goes to ground. A lot of contact, and that's in the penalty area, but play on, says the center.
He got landed on as well, so he's down a little bit behind the play.
Here comes Zamago showing off his speed in the midfield. And what do we got now?
Gonna check on him?
I think they're just making sure Bruck was all right. He stayed on the ground for a little bit, but he was coming back into the play.
They kind of got sandwiched and then fell on.
So a couple players waiting to sub in. Colin Modernock will sub at the next dead ball, as well as number 9, Santiago Bernal. Here's a long shot from distance, but wide left.
Thought we'd see a few of those from the Monarchs in the second half, and they've been putting them out there. Just haven't real close yet. That one from Diaz on the post side was close, but.
So Bernal checks in. Menendez checks out for Denison. Goal kick taken by Mendias, but won back immediately by the Monarchs. Heigerken is going to send one down. It's Colin Modernock, 1v1 with Riffin. Modernock tries to check that. That's Bruck, excuse me, not Colin Modernock. Monarchs do well, but give it away near midfield. Now played down for Heigerken. Hudson plays it for Mateo. Zalota tries to spin off the defender, but it was last touch by Mateo. Denison will have a throw. 20 minutes played here in the second half. It's been a little bit choppy.
Yeah.
Couple goal-scoring opportunities, one for each team.
The Diaz played both, but played well on both ends.
Ball sent out wide. Now Anderson will calmly win it back for DCG. Back for the keeper, Mendias. Now wide for Modernock.
Mendias kind of learned to keep that low.
Riznicki lays it off for Islamovic. Islamovic sends one into the air, but that one headed away. It's going to be a throw for DCG. You got to drive that ball into the wind. And
yes.
Almin just kind of feathered one up there, and it just hit a wall. So Baker will throw it in here for the Mustangs. To the foot of Zalota. Back heel pass for Riznicki. Heigerken splits the defenders, but has it taken away. Over to the far side. Denison trying to build back. Now they'll reset to the right back.
Tell you, Mateo does a nice job of that back kick.
Yeah, that little heel pass.
Heel pass, yeah. I mean, it's a nice move from him.
There's a good pass wide for Heigerken. And his pass going to be off the mark to Bruck. Hasn't been a very cleanly played half for either team.
No. Well, and I think both teams just really, it's that wind is just playing tricks on them. Like you said, it takes so long to get used to it.
Hoover alertly stepped in. That one off of Heigerken's chest out of bounds.
Hudson kind of looked like, really?
Yeah. Deep throw here for the Monarchs. See if they send it long. They do. Hope's there to head it back towards the midfield. Modernock gets it on his foot. Here comes Colin Modernock. Dispossessed. Nicely done there defensively by the Monarchs. Hope, though, steps right back in. Wins it for DCG. Here's Bruck. Laying it off. Heigerken made a run in behind, but well done there by the left back. And Baker's going to outrun Diaz for this one.
Yeah, Baker with that speed.
And that's going to be a foul on Diaz. Just contact from behind, unnecessary. So it'll be a free kick here for the Mustangs. 16:45 clock running. Just kind of feels like one of those games where you're just playing to keep the score as is.
Yes, 3-1 lead for DCG, and it's they seem just like you said, so choppy and nothing really productive on either offensive end.
Good driving ball there by Almin. Riznicki high into the air. Bruckle headed over to Zalota. Ball played in. Zalota hit the ground. He wanted a foul call. And they're going to give it to him. I think the center official, Bob Friesen, was just waiting to see if there was any sort of advantage, which there was not. So Islamovic he's going to step forward into the formation, I believe. Mateo will probably take this.
Yeah, here's one of those battles with Almin and Rippin. This is a good battle. Him and Rippin just in the middle. They're fun to watch.
Well, two big guys.
Yeah.
Riffin doesn't look up to too many players on a soccer field, I can't imagine.
No.
This is probably going to be sent somewhere around the 6-yard area, far post, I would assume, based on where they're lined up. Sent in. Almin had it. Now a shot taken and just wide. Bruck has just missed on a couple of those.
That was a nice
actually,
play.
check that. That was Landon Anderson there looking for the goal.
Number 9, Anderson with the shot. Went wide.
He scored last night.
Yeah.
Looking for his second in 2 games.
It's a great opportunity. Just sailed wide.
Struck it well, kept it down. Contreras will send it back towards midfield. Nice job to get the first touch on it. Oh, Zalota able to win it back. Sends it up for Riznicki. Drake not able to get to it first, but tracks back and wins it. Now it's Jacob Hope into the attack. Modernock, 1v1 with the defender. Modernock's going to send it into the middle. Kind of a dangerous ball, but deflected away by the Monarchs. Now a long ball played forward. Mendias is going to let the ball come inside the penalty area and then have the option to pick it up. He's just going to waste a little time and now picks it up after making Hernandez run the extra 20 yards.
I'm tired a little bit, cat and mouse.
Little gamesmanship there by Jaden. Gherkin tracks back to win it. Now Zalota fighting off the defender and kicks it off the foot of a Monarch out of bounds. Baker will slowly make his way to the throw-in spot.
We come to that point, right?
Yeah. 13 and change left, and DCG just protecting that 2-goal lead. Here comes another throw as that one was cleared out of bounds.
See them kind of walk and take their time, and, that's just, again, gamesmanship, right?
So Baker to throw it in. Brooks near the top of the 18, but Riffin able to knock it away. Anderson plays it back for Mendias. Mendias chests it down to settle it. Now plays it back for Anderson. Anderson sidesteps a defender. Anderson does well. Now DCG had some numbers, but Hope gives it away. So the Monarchs working back. They had 4 guys forward there. If DCG would have had a proper counter, but they still playing really like 5v5 here. Modernock, far side. Zalota. Played in. Oh, and a little one-time volley for Zach Bruck sails just over the crossbar. That was pretty good soccer there by DCG.
Yes, it was. I mean, what a great connection. Just missed, just a little high. He's had a game, though, Zach Bruck. I mean, he has played really well. I mean, this is one of those he's probably going to look back and say, I could have scored 2 or 3.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. Baker heads it sideways out of bounds, so it'll be a throw here for Denison. Gonzalez will make the throw. Islamovic got a foot on it. Now here comes the Monarchs. Shot taken, but Mendias right there. So Jaden with another save.
That's pretty good ball work there by Leyva. I mean, he went around a few guys and got the shot off.
There's Leyva back in, winning the ball. Now it's Diaz. Diaz taking a shot, knocked down. And it's going to be the Monarchs trying to score, and that's going to be a goal.
Yep.
And we're going to have a stoppage here. The center official is going to talk to his AR.
Mendias didn't like something.
Well, I think there was a foul. I think Baker was wondering why there was no foul. There was contact with Baker from behind. And they're going to give the goal. So it's a 1-goal game. Still 11 minutes to play, 3-2.
Yeah, Mendias is still he's wanting something. Like you said, maybe it was that foul that they didn't give.
Not sure what the center official came over to have a quick explanation. I think he's going to do the same with Coach Lane.
Well, Mendias made the initial stop, and then got the ball, and I probably where they wanted the foul, pushing the back, and they put it in the net. So
a little early on the kickoff there. Denison wanted to get back after it here. 11 minutes and change.
Well, now DCG is going to have to really buckle down because they're going to be pushing.
Long driving ball. Knocked down. Now this one floated up central. Chested over to Modernock. Tried to find Bruck. Now it's Hope. Monarchs win it back, though. Zalota. And he is kicked from the side. And what do we got? going to foul on Hope.
Free kick, Monarchs.
So kind of danger time here
Yep.
for DCG.
Big time, yeah.
Trying to protect a 2-goal lead. And
So
the
I said-
Monarchs pick up goal number 2, so still 10 minutes to go and plenty of time for the Monarchs with that win behind them.
I mean, they've put up a lot of goals this year, and so you can never relax.
Interesting that they went scoreless last night against Norwalk. Zalota gets a foot on it, but sent towards the Monarch goal. Headed down and controlled here by Denison. Here's a shot towards goal, but knocked down by Islamovic. Again, not a good clearance. This ball is going to be sailed high and over the crossbar for a goal kick.
Yeah, it looks like Hoover's limping a little bit on that ankle, too.
Checking back in for the Monarchs, number 26, Jose Leiva.
Leva right back in, too, and he's been making it happen in the middle.
Oh, nearly a
Wow.
really big mistake there.
I'm glad Mendias was paying attention.
Anderson tried to send it away, and it was Hernandez stepping in front. Here come the Monarchs again. Sent into the middle. Knocked away there by Zalota. Baker able to win it. And Baker fouled from behind. It's going to be whistled on Gonzalez.
Free kick for the Mustangs.
So Islamovic to take the free kick. Just under 9 minutes to play here in this one. Islamovic hits a sand wedge out near midfield. And that one going to be headed forward by Heigurken. And it trickles out of bounds, so it'll be a throw here for Denison.
This is one of those days on the golf course I can blame the wind for my game.
Riznicki takes a touch. Sends it outside for Heigurken. Back for Zalota. Heigurken again. Zalota making the run. Here's Riznicki. Goes central. Modernach's pass deflected away. Here's Bruck now. Tried to thread the needle with Modernach making the run in the middle.
I like the look, just didn't get through. Good defense by the Monarchs.
Hoover tracks back. Monarchs. Hoover pokes it away. Monarchs keep possession though. And here comes Denison. Ball sent in, and Mendias will come up and pick it up. Well, clock still running here. 7:30 to go.
Hernandez likes to get in there right by Mendias every time.
Ball taken away by DCG. Now Bruck making the run. Bruck, nice job to body the defender and keeps possession. Bruck plays it in. Heigurken in an onside position here. Heigurken sends it towards goal. I think he was trying to find Mateo.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just a little miscommunication there. Again, I like the idea. I mean, it's a pretty good idea, just couldn't connect.
Contreras sends a punt deep into the offensive end. Anderson heads it away. Now Hoover sends it out wide for Heigurken. Heigurken tried to head it for Baker. Heigurken able to win it back, though. Now Baker sends it back towards midfield. Here comes the Monarchs, and that's going to be deflected off of Baker for a corner. Well done there by Kevin Sanchez down the near side.
They have been on the attack, and it's a lot of good looks. Obviously got the goal.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they can execute a corner set piece here. Looking for goal number 3 to tie things up. Just over 6 minutes to play here in Grimes. Corner comes. High floater out near the top of the box. Errant shot taken there. Well wide and high. I think that was Zamago.
Yeah, I think he just hit it with his left and it went over. Again, that wind, you get it up in the air, it's gone.
So Islamovic sends it near midfield, but out of bounds. All the possession seems to be with Denison-Schleswig. Here's Modernach past a couple defenders. Gets his shoulder into the body of the smaller defender next to him. Modernach content to just possess the ball here. Somebody needs to double team him.
Yeah.
Now Modernach goes by, sends it across, chested down, right out in front of the net, but nobody home for DCG. Baker will take a heavy touch to give it away, but there's Hoover tracking back.
Yeah, great job by Miles just to get back in the play.
Nice job there by Modernach to lay it off for Heigerken, but his ball wildly wide right there. I'd like to see a little more patience. Had some space. Drive that ball into the penalty area.
Couple of nice runs there by DCG, just couldn't finish it off.
4.5 minutes to go. Contreras sends one deep. Headed out of there by DCG on the first touch. Hope heads it up for Riznicki. Laid off for Bruck. Bruck plays for Modernach. That high ball just isn't working.
Yeah.
Zalota goes to ground asking for a foul. Modernach bodying the defender.
They're letting him play now.
Zalota turns away from the defenders. Oh, well done there. Can Modernach get to it? Riffin.
What
No,
a play
check
by
that.
Riff.
Was that Riffin?
Yeah.
Sending it away. He's been valuable back there at the center back spot.
He really has. I mean, that was a great get that ball out of there, poke away, because Modernach in space. Look out.
Well, Zalota taking his sweet time heading over to take this corner. About a 15-second time waste here at least. This time Anderson and Islamovich will hang back near midfield, so DCG doesn't have the numbers in the box. Ball sent in. Heigerken with the head on it. Now it's Modernach. Now sent away. And it's going to be sent deep into the Monarch offensive end for a throw for DCG. So Braxton will throw it in. Heigerken trying to get it to Zalota. All kinds of bodies there. Now it's Diaz.
A lot of guys in one spot.
Anderson looks to clear it. Finds the foot of Zalota. He tries that heel pass again. This time doesn't work. Now Zamago. Oh, and DCG. Oh, well done there by Mendias to make the save.
Wow.
DCG vulnerable there.
That's Mendias at his best right there. Come up, make a play.
That was Hernandez again, splitting the defense. Baker commits the foul. So free kick taken quickly. And a near header. That was a real good opportunity there for Denison. Substitution here. Anselmo Marquez will check in for the final minute 40.
They are pressing. I mean, that two good opportunities.
I think they stopped the clock to avoid the time wasting here.
I think the ball got away from them.
So Mendias.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, if you kick that up in the air, it's coming this way.
You got to kick it to the other side of the field, and it'll end up central. Well done there by Hoover to clear it out of there. Riffin has it around midfield. A lot of players forward here for the Monarchs.
Yeah, they are definitely pressing here.
Braxton Baker gets in the way of that one. Monarchs look to take a quick throw, find the foot of Diaz.
1 minute remains.
Riznicki heads it towards Bruck. Bruck sends it out to midfield. Monarchs trying to build one last attack here. Nice job by Zalota. winning it at midfield.
That's a big win for Mateo right there.
Sends it forward, but again, I'd like to see a little more patience in possession. Headed away as Bruck tries to run it down on the far side. Little heel pass back into play. Now Anderson heads it forward. Well done there by Hoover.
What a great job by Hoover.
And he's going to play it down line. Modernock is there. Modernock 1v1 with Riffin. Go at him. Now he's just going to try and possess it down near the corner. 10 seconds to go. And the ball poked away for a Mustang throw, and that'll be it. Whew. Well, yeah, a sense of relief. I see Coach Lane kind of just shaking his head down there like, wow, we did not anticipate having to work that hard. 3-1 halftime lead. It turned into a 3-2 win for the Mustangs, but boy, you give a lot of credit to Denison. After losing 3-0 to Norwalk last night, they came back, gave DCG all they could handle here in the second half.
Boy, that second half, the Monarchs played really well. I mean, they pressured, and DCG didn't get a lot of offensive looks, and when they did, the Monarch defense held up. That was real close. I mean, there's a few shots down there. Even Mendiaz made a couple big saves to save that win. Yeah,
big victory for DCG. So they win 3 straight here. A Thursday night win over Des Moines Christian, 3-0 win there, a 3-0 win last night against Spencer, and then they hang on after a 3-1 halftime lead. It got real interesting the final 10 minutes as the Monarchs scored that second goal with about 11 minutes to play, I believe, but couldn't quite find that third goal, and DCG hangs on for the victory. So, final score here out here in Grimes, DCG 3, Denison-Schleswig 2. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank our producer, Mike Bynum, my partner today and last night, Eric Connor, and we'll be back. Let's see, coming up for both teams real quickly, DCG is going to be at Pella Christian and at ADM this week, and then up to Waterloo for an invitational on Saturday. And then it looks like their next game back here at home, April 25th. They'll take on the Southeast Polk Rams. So that'll be the next home game that you can watch here on the DCG activities page. But for Denison-Schleswig, they will head to Lewis Central and Logan Magnolia for their next 2, and then their next home game will be on the 24th of April against Bishop Heelan. So that'll do it here for the broadcast today. 3-2 final score, DCG with the win over Denison-Schleswig. Have a fantastic afternoon, and thanks for joining us, everyone.